we're back again with a cooking video. Haven't had one of them in a while, have we? Pretty excited about this one. We're making homemade pizzas tonight. Let's get it. Now here's a step you guys don't have to do, but I've always done it. If you've watched my videos before, you know I always trim the fat off all my meats. That's just, don't do that, oh no, it's gonna make it dry, it's not as much bullshit. It all tastes the same. I've made really juicy chicken when cutting the fat off. Pork chops, same thing. Steaks, same thing. I always cut all the fat off, all my meats, and they're still good, they're still juicy. So I always do it. You don't have to do it, but here we go. So once you get all the fat, or you don't, your choice, cut off your chicken breasts. You just want to go like 1-inch-ish cubes. I don't know, there's no method behind the madness. I just cut them up into smaller pieces, just like so. And then, you know, get it all in a bowl, and then we'll eventually get it on in the frying pan with some EVOO and some salt and pepper. Probably just pepper, I'm not a big fan of salt. And we'll let her rip. We'll get that cooked down, and we'll add some barbecue sauce to it. Kind of cook that barbecue sauce flavor into it. And then we'll build the pizza. Barbecue chicken pizza tonight, if you haven't figured it out yet. And then we're going to make just a regular pepperoni and Italian sausage pizza as well. We got some diced up peppers there. We got the chicken breasts, and then we got the pepperonis and the Italian sausage I'm going to have to cook. I got fresh ground Italian sausage. And it feels like there's a bone in there. Yep. Always check your chicken for bones, because there's a bone in there. I would have hated to bite down into that. Anywho, we're going to get this last piece of chicken cut up here. And then we're going to move on to the next step. And we're back. Alright, so we've got the mild Italian ground sausage. We've got the cut up chicken titties. We're going to go ahead and get this all prepped. We're going to get the stove here fired up, here good and hot. We're going to add some of that crushed olive oil here, extra virgin oil, olive oil. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let's go with this one. Did I do the same thing there? Nope. A little olive oil in the pan for both of them here. Food lube, as I like to call it. We're not going to do a whole lot of seasonings on either of these. The Italian sausage we're just going to dump in the pan, and the chicken we'll probably do a little something, some pepper, maybe some barbecue seasoning. But we got the Sweet Baby Ray's and the diced peppers to give it some real bold flavor. So I was going to do a Vidalia onion, give it that little sweetness from that, but we're just going to go with the peppers and the chicken. Alright, so we got the Italian sausage here. Put that down in there, maybe. There it goes. Shit splattered everywhere. Moses, sandals, that's sexy. 51 Ford convertible. Moses, look at that. I need it. 39.5. That is super sexy. I'd rock the hell out of that. And then we're going to dump the chicken in. Pretty simple. Ooh, that's hot. Touch the pan. So just like anything, you know, you just want to get it mushed up into little crumbles. Whoops, making a mess. Ooh, that pan was hot. Ooh, got a little hot. It'll be alright. Get that broke down into a crumble like you would hamburger. Let that sit too long. Got distracted by a pretty car. It's alright. It'll be alright. Chicken moving. Make sure you don't cross-contaminate. Make sure you don't use the same spatula on the raw chicken as you did the raw sausage. Can't believe I did that. I don't ever burn food. Got a little brown. It'll be alright though. So the reason I'm doing it this way, pre-cooking everything, the whole idea behind this is faster cook time on the pizza itself. For the crust, 7 to 10 minutes for the crust to be done. I figure, if I get everything pre-cooked, we can build the pizzas when it's time to eat dinner, build the pizzas on the crust, throw them on the pizza pan, throw them in the oven, let them cook for their 7 to 10-ish minutes or whatever, and then it's ready to go when we want to eat. Won't have to do all this. It'll be a lot faster. Get all the prep work done 2 hours previous to you wanting to eat dinner. Because it's like 2:30 right now. I reckon we'll probably eat around 4:30, 5 o'clock or so. And then that way it'll just be 15-20 minutes for the pies to actually cook in the oven. And, you know, like I said, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Don't mix up your spatulas. Like I said, you don't want to cross-contaminate with raw food and raw meats. That's how you get sick. How you get the diarrheas and the food poisoning. You'll hate life. Trust me. Been there, done that. Bad sushi. Oof, the worst. But anyways, I goofed up. Put that meat in a hot pan and let it sit too long. Got a little burnt. It'll be alright though. I never burn food. It's weird. But anyways. No seasoning in the Italian sausage. We're going to leave it the way it is. You know, on second thought, I think I am going to put a little more Italian seasoning in it. And the Italian sausage is almost done. And we just kind of crumbled it up to a small little pieces or so. And then we'll just crumble that on the pizza later. If there's any real bad burnt spots, we'll pull that out. Can't believe I burnt it. Never burn stuff. Bigger pieces that are still pink in the middle. Kind of excited to be doing a full-length cooking video again. I've only been doing the shorts. Can't go too long because my internet upload speed out here in the stick sucks. Something fierce, so 15-20 minute video will probably take 4 hours to upload, 5 hours to upload. That's crazy. I can't get anything else out here. I could get Starlink, but I'm not paying for it because that's too expensive. So we've only got 2 providers, and one is atrociously priced, and the other one is who we have, and their upload speeds just suck. Download speeds aren't bad, but upload speeds are garbage. But anyways, enough on that. We're going to get this chicken and this sausage cooked up here. Another smart thing to do, fellers and fellettes, is when you're cooking, clean, so you ain't got a big mess afterwards. Usually not a fan of doing dishes, but I cook a lot down here, and I kind of feel bad that I make such a mess in the kitchen and not clean it up. But seeing as it's not up my house, but it helps a ton at the end because then you ain't got a bunch of dishes you got to clean up. When we're done tonight, we'll just have a couple bowls and the pizza pans. So clean while you cook if you can. Makes a whole lot of sense to me. I don't know. Aww. This is an easy step. So take your cooked chicken here. We'll let it cool a little bit. Take your favorite barbecue sauce. Ours is Sweet Baby Ray's. And you're just gonna feed it the onions. And then just get it mixed up. Pretty simple. Barbecue chicken pizza. Something I love to make. We got the peppers we're going to throw on it. Now you can saute the peppers if you want. You can put them on raw if you want. I'm probably just going to put them on raw. I haven't decided yet. And then of course we're going to top it with more barbecue sauce afterwards. No pizza sauce involved in the barbecue chicken pizza. You substitute it obviously for the pizza sauce. So when we get to that point, we will get the crust out. We'll put a layer, barbecue sauce. Go as heavy or as light as you want. I like it saucy. Like I said earlier, I like eating my barbecue chicken pizza. I like it thick, real thick. And I like eating it with a fork. So just get your chicken thoroughly tossed in the barbecue sauce. Dig down deep to the bottom. Make sure everything's coated good. Just like so. And then when it comes time, we'll start building the pizzas. We'll do a layer of barbecue sauce. We'll do a layer of chicken. Layer of mozzarella, sharp cheddar, peppers, more barbecue to top, in the oven, 7 to 10, 12 minutes, whatever it is. Just like that. Barbecue chicken pizza's going down. I went on ahead and made up my mind, and I am going to saute these peppers before I put them on the pizza. So we're going to use some of the EVOO again. We're going to let that heat up for a minute. Then we're going to dump these beautiful tricolor, quad color, 3 colors? 4 colors. 4 color peppers in and saute them down. Help get that moisture out so it doesn't make the crust soggy. Beautiful bell peppers going in. That sizzle. And this really is just a matter of preference, how you like your bell peppers cooked. You can just sweat them down a little bit. You can get them to where they're totally sauteed and cooked down. And they're kind of, I don't know, limp. They're not crunchy, crispy. Just depends on your preference and how you like them. We're going to let these cook down for a little bit. Then we'll put them back in that dish, and then we'll add them to the pizza later when we come to that time to cooking the pizza. Alright, now like I said, we're going to do a base barbecue sauce. And you go as much heavy or as light as you want. I like my pizzas thick. So that being said, we're going to spread it on thick. I like to eat my pizza with a fork, especially my barbecue chicken pizza. There's a place up north, haven't found one down here yet, called Mod Pizza that I like going to. And they're stingy on their toppings, and I get it. You know, they're only allowed to do so much. I understand that. But a guy likes his pizza thick. A little more around the edge. And the other trick you want to do when you're making homemade pizzas, you want to take a little extra virgin olive oil and rub it around the outside here, the edge. Should probably use a brush for this, but I don't care. I just wash my hands, they're clean. And that'll prevent the crust from burning, and it'll give you a nice golden brown edge on the crust. Yeah, just like that. Spread that out. Just like that. And then we'll do chicken. Oops, making a mess. Spread your chicken pieces out. And again, there is no measurements for this. You do what you want. If you like a light pizza, go light on your toppings. If you like a heavy pizza like I do, go heavy with them. Okay, I'll get them. Can you get the cheese out for me? Alright, now we're going to take some of these peppers. Sprinkle them in there. They're still hot. Hot fingers, ouch. Just so like that. I think that's the one thing I like about pizzas is that you can go mild to wild. You can do what you want, how you want. Doesn't matter. If you're the one eating it, do it the way you want. Now, we got the mozzarella. Mozzarella cheese. If you like a lot of cheese, use a lot of cheese. If you like a little cheese, use a little cheese. Again, it's the nice part about making your own pizzas, mild to wild, do what you want. Alright. Now, this is the part that might throw some of y'all off. I like using cheddar cheese. So we're going to use some sharp cheddar as well. Just sprinkle it on. Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Alright, so I already started. My neighbor's over here. He's needing some help with his mower. So you do drizzle a little more barbecue sauce on it. We're just going to wait for the oven to preheat. This one's done, ready to go. And then we got the second one we're going to do here in just a second. Alright, now we're on to the second one, which is going to be pepperoni and sausage. So yeah, I was gonna make my own pizza sauce, but I cheaped out on it. And we're just gonna use some jarred stuff here. Same deal there. Get you a healthy portion. Spread it on. I don't know. Like I said, I like my stuff saucy. And I am not a professional cook by any stretch of imagination. I'm a home cook. I love cooking. I do what I do. Critique me if you want. But nobody ever complains about my cooking. Now, we've got that beautiful, lovely, yummy Italian sausage. Crumble that in over the pizza. And then we got some pepperonis we're going to get. Now this is where this is easy, because I pre-made all this stuff earlier. Smart about it, if you will. There we go. That's probably enough. Probably more than enough. And I pre-cooked all this. So when it came time now, when I'm trying to get it done, and we can just do the thing. And again, same thing with the toppings, you know, do what you want. Will you? Enough. We're only going to do mozzarella on this one. And we're going to just, you know, do the thing. Good amount. And we're going to do some more. Just a little bit more sausage, a little bit more pepperoni. Would you look at that? You never have enough toppings, in my opinion. And that's why I like making my own pizzas, because you go with other places, they're pinching pennies as much as they can to save $1. But not when you do your own. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. She's ready to go in the oven. Now I'm doing these little personal pans also here. My other half wanted her own little pizzas, so I'm doing her own little pizzas.
He's gonna go try to get his trailer, and he may need your help.
Yum, yum, get you some. These are about to be fire.